What is COVID-19 and how can we prevent its spread? Hello world from the city that never sleeps. This is Dr. Lowell Sala of NYC Emerging Healthcare Technology, up for another episode of Health and Technology. Today, there are now 10 million COVID-19 cases and around 523,562 deaths globally. New York City, once the epicenter, now reports the lowest fatalities in 8 weeks. COVID-19 is a novel, highly contagious coronavirus with no specific treatment. In a data pulled from 3 large case series, majority of adult patients presented with fever, cough, dyspnea, myalgia, headache, and diarrhea. An interesting data from the European multi-center study also indicated that sudden gustatory and olfactory dysfunctions were among the other important symptoms that the patients shows who are infected with COVID-19. Analysis of data of 1.5 million users from the COVID Symptoms Tracker app developed by King's College shows that ageusia and anosmia are stronger predictors of positive COVID-19 diagnosis than the self-reported fever. COVID-19 more commonly presents as pneumonia with reticular and ground glass opacities. What is particularly troubling about this disease is the fact that it causes a plethora of extrapulmonary manifestations such as cardiovascular and a systemic hyperinflammatory response. With acute respiratory syndrome as the most common complication, empirical antibiotics, antiviral, and systemic corticosteroids are used as symptomatic treatment. Emphasis on the fact that we are merely treating the symptoms here. Currently, scientists are still trying to develop potential therapies using interferons, protease inhibitors, and other small molecule drugs which may take several months or even years. The World Health Organization has stated that education, isolation, prevention, controlling the transmission, and treatment of infected patients are crucial. Staying at home and avoiding any direct contact is important. Frequent washing of hands for at least 20 seconds with soap and water or a hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol, especially after touching common surface areas, is also recommended. Due to a relatively long incubation period of COVID-19 and presence of asymptomatic patients, use of medical masks such as N95 is also recommended. There are now recent reports of COVID-19 being airborne, and the basis for this is that its predecessor, SARS-CoV-1, did spread in the air. This was reported in several studies and retrospectively explained in Hong Kong's Prince of Wales Hospital and healthcare facilities in Toronto, Canada. And considering the many similarities with its predecessor, it is highly likely that it is also spread in the air. So that is the end of our episode. I would like to end on a much more positive note. 2020 has been a difficult year with the bubonic plague finally making its comeback. And I would like to believe that knowledge is the best way to conquer our fear. That knowledge is the best way to conquer the fear of the unknown. There are still so many things we do not know about the future. Things like, what will the future look like with COVID-19? Is there really such a thing as a post-COVID world? Will the vaccine be the solution we all hope, or will it be just prolonging the inevitable? How will this impact our job? How will this impact our families? Will the COVID test change our hiring and employment practices? Will it change our dating prospects, our dating practices? Join us once again for the next episode, and I would like to sincerely thank you, and I hope you're having a good day. Bye!